I didn't say you wouldn't bring it to locals. I'm just saying you're not grinding it the way like Nick is gonna grind it.
Nick's not gonna grind it. Let's try again.
Damn, that's messed up.
I'll show you grinding.
What's up, everybody? It's Response on Play, back at it again. I am Brian, and joining me today,
Nick. I feel like I've seen this place before somewhere.
And I'm Jake. And what are we? Some kind of solo leveling squad?
speaking of knowing where we are currently in the Double Dungeon because we are going to be talking about the newest E-Rank Hunter, or I should say, the newest skills of a specific E-Rank Hunter. The Shadow Monarch Spotlight Bundle.
Wait.
What's
What is
up?
an E-Rank Hunter, Brian?
I don't know, ask Nick.
Nick,
The
what is an E-Rank Hunter?
lowest, weakest hunter possible. But Sung Jinwoo's not that anymore. Well, after he goes through what I'm afraid we might be going through in here, but he's the strongest hunter now.
Spoilers!
Yeah, you're not going to read it. It's fine.
He becomes a D-Rank Hunter?
He becomes the Shadow Monarch.
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Well, you have to read to find out.
I can't.
Or I could tell you vaguely what that would mean in UVS.
Yeah, I guess you're just going to have to do that then. Brian, what are we looking at?
Alright, so the Shadow Monarch Spotlight Bundle is an expansion to the original solo leveling deck that will be coming out soon. If you get this bundle, you will get another copy of Sung Jinwoo E-Rank Hunter. You will get the Shadow Monarch skill tree, and you will get 5 new cards, which we're going to go over a little bit. First things first, Shadow Monarch skill tree. Instead of getting the Assassin skill tree, I believe that's what it's called. Nick, you're the you're the resident solo leveling guy here. I remembered, that's all that matters. It has 4 abilities instead of 6. But they're pretty cool. We're going to talk about them real quick. He levels them up in order. The first is Shadow Extraction, which it has form once per turn. Try to play a Shadow Shift attack from your discard pile, which I think is pretty neat. He gets to play one of these new cards from the discard pile once per turn, on his turn, obviously, because it's form. If he gets to level 2, he gets Shadow Preservation. Enhance once per turn. This attack gets -2 damage for each shadow card in your stage and card pool. Then at level 3, he gets Shadow Exchange, which has Enhance, sacrifice 1 backup. Draw 1 card. This attack gets +2 or -2 speed. And then the last thing he gets is Monarch's Domain with Enhance. Your attack gets +X damage. X equals the number of shadow cards in your stage and or card pool +2. So I know how Nick feels about it. I was like, I know how Nick's going to feel about it.
That's pretty great.
I do feel like this is a lot better than the first one, for sure.
I do think this probably is pretty solid. It interacts with backups, so that's interesting.
It interacts more specifically with his backups that we'll talk about in a moment. I have done a little bit of playtesting with some of this stuff, and it feels good.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I think this is really cool. I also think it's really cool that because of how Sung Jinwoo E-Rank Hunter is written, when you begin the game, based on who you're playing against, you can decide if you're on the Assassin skill tree or the Shadow Monarch skill tree, which I think is just a cool, like, tech ability that Sung Jinwoo gets to have. Even if we don't love the Assassin skill tree as much as the Shadow Monarch tree, it is better probably into certain people than the Shadow Monarch might be, and vice versa.
100%. And that versatility is really cool, and makes Sung Jinwoo even more unique, which I enjoy.
And then Jake says nothing.
No, I already said the skill tree is like better than the other one. Like, outside of like until we get into the cards, I was trying not to talk about like the cards are going to any of that stuff. I think this. I mean, overall, the skill tree is really good. Like you have sacrifice backup to draw a card, and it gets 2+2 or -2 speed, which is really good. On top of that being really good, and that's just your second. Like the big thing, or that's your third level. So like you by your third turn, you get to start doing. Well, I guess it's fourth turn technically because you level up at the end of your turn. So second turn, you'll level up once into Shadow Extraction and then twice into Shadow. So yeah, on your fourth turn, so you're still like a mid to late game character. You're not gonna rush anybody with Sung Jinwoo, but like you do start as soon as your second turn start getting an actual ability that matters because you have your backups, which we'll talk about in a moment, and then being able to give something -2 damage for each shadow card in your stage and card pool is massive because backups you can't block for. So when they go to try to kill one of your backups, you just go, no.
I'll save this one. Yeah, for sure. Definitely a very useful ability. And then, of course, if they come at you, you can just go, actually, I don't want to block that one. So let's talk about the 5 new cards that are Shadow Shift cards. The first one is Grinding Overtime, which is actually an action. It's a 4-diff 5 check 0 mid block breaker 1 action with enhance your turn, level up. Period. Only one copy of this ability can be played this turn. But that's different than Double Dungeon. So you can actually do both, basically.
Correct.
You can effectively Grinding Overtime, then Double Dungeon, and then like just be level 3.
Yeah. So that turn 4, having to wait till turn 4 to use your level 3 ability. Nah, turn 2.
Yeah, like you could start getting your sacrifice backups ability pretty much immediately, and then like on your next turn, either early with another Grinding Overtime, or at the end of your third turn, you get your Monarch's Domain to just start giving damage to all attacks, starting at 2+. It also has another ability on it. It has response after this card is removed from your hand. Build it transformed. That matters because all 5 cards, of course, have XP, the thing that Sung Jinwoo cares about, to level up the old-fashioned way off of his character. So if you remove it from your hand to build it transformed that way, you get High Orc Soldier, which is a Shadow XP backup with 2 health. And it has response after you remove this card from your stage, gain 2 health. Now, as we know... So go ahead, Nick. No, you're good.
No, you. So not only do we get to level up extra and do more with that, we get a backup for leveling up by getting rid of the card from our hand at the end of our turn, and we get and you can sacrifice it with his ability, slow something down, speed something up, and gain health.
It says remove, so you actually would only heal if you use it to level up with his level up mechanic. Because it's remove an XP card from your hand or stage at the start of your end phase level up.
Well, now I just sound dumb.
Well, I can't help that.
It's fine.
It's still good. I still think it's very nice because then you don't necessarily have to play this enhance. You're allowed to just remove this at the end of a turn, or at the end of your first, like your, say, turn 1. Get this High Orc Soldier, and then at the end of your turn 2, if you didn't play something that says you're not allowed to level at the end of turn, you can then just go, I'll remove High Orc Soldier and get 2 health. Like, if you're going second, that's not that bad. So just like, and I'll heal 2 afterwards, unless they decide to attack High Orc Soldier, which is better than 2 health 99% of the time. But yeah, so
card at minimum for the front side with leveling up more than once in a turn.
Yes, I think the action is probably a guaranteed 4 of in Sung Jinwoo as just another way to guarantee an extra level up.
And works great with either skill tree.
Yes, absolutely. It's just very good.
That's 6 different levels on the assassin skill tree. It's not going to take you 6 turns anymore.
No, you could literally get to the third one on turn 2. And then at the beginning of turn 4 or turn 3, get to your 4th. Maybe even your 5th if you ended up with double dungeon and another grinding overtime. But enough about grinding overtime. The next card is Bear Bite, a 5 difficulty, 3 check, 2 mid block attack. It's a 3 mid for 5 shift, throw, shadow XP. And it has response. After this attack is not blocked, your rival sacrifices 1 foundation. Which is cool. I like the idea of, hey, you have to put something in front of my throw, or you'll get rid of whichever one you like the least, but you'll get rid of one.
Yeah, lose a card either way, from your hand or on your stage.
Yeah, your choice. And of course, you're losing life, period, because it's throw.
Mm-hmm. Which, you know, you could form, play this for your first card, Monarch's Domain, pump it up. It's not going to be just a little bit of damage, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, at its minimum, if you're on Monarch's Domain and you somehow don't have any other shadow card in play or in stage, as your first card from the form, playing it from discard pile, it is a 3 mid for 8 throw, which is still pretty good. But you can also shift it and transform it, and if you do, you get the unique Tank Shadow Bear, another Shadow XP card, which means you're allowed to sacrifice it to get, you're allowed to remove it at the end of your turn to get levels. It has Enhanced Commit. This attack gets -3 damage, only playable if this backup isn't being attacked.
And who attacks backups? Really?
Nerds. Nerds attack backups.
Yeah, don't attack backups. It's rude and makes you a nerd.
Jake, your opinion on Bear Bite / Tank?
Well, my opinion is, well, it's a bear. It bites. I think that's all there is to say about it. Honestly, like, what more do you want?
Yeah, I mean that is true. It's a bear that bites, and then it becomes a named bear made out of shadow that it hangs out in shadows. Is Shadow Bear just a type of bear? Period. Like, are there millions of Shadow Bears out in the world? I don't know enough about this series.
Sung Jinwoo has lots of Shadow Bears. Tank is the named one that has is just stronger and then risen in his ranks of his shadow army.
So he's the most shadowy berry.
But I could get like Shadow Bear 46 Ronald.
I mean,
that's his name, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he names all the others. They can just be numbers, but
that's kind of like,
if you want to name number 46
messed
Ronald,
up.
That's all you.
I would actually assume they're all bear punts. Kind of like the Ant-Man movies with ants.
Yeah, that's it. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
When you're a monarch and you have at your disposal so many soldiers of bear and orc variety, that you don't have the time to name everybody.
You just name them when they die.
I'm a monarch, and I only have 5 goobers at my disposal.
Would you like to name those 5 goobers?
I haven't given any of them names.
Wow. Okay.
So I think overall, like, actually, like, I think this attack, I think it's cool. Having a throw that you want to block, like, you want people to try to block, because one, it puts them in their card pool, or they just have to sack a foundation, which is super funny. So I think it's good, and like, you want to play it because it shifts into a backup that does actual relevant stuff. Like, if they're not swinging at the bear, at either one, they want to take an attack at the bear, which saves you from an attack, or they're going to attack you and you get to reduce it by 3. So having that with also the ability this attack gets -2 damage for each shadow card in your stage and card pool on
Mhm.
his card. Like they can attack this bear, and you can go, I'm going to use this ability to say no, don't attack my bear. And then they're like, okay, cool, well, we'll attack you. And you're like, actually, I'm going to reduce the damage on that then.
With the bear. Yeah.
With
no,
the bear.
for sure.
Or they have to put 2 attacks into the bear.
Yeah, no, I agree. If they're trying to get rid of it, I think it's really good. Also, you can level it up. Also, if you've got one that's basically on its last legs, you could sacrifice it to draw the card, get the speed, and then like form replay it from the discard pile if you haven't used your form yet with Shadow Extraction.
Yeah, sure.
I think that's actually probably the coolest part of this kit is just knowing that these 4 attacks are just allowed to be tutored. You're a 7-hander because you just play one of these every turn. It can literally be the first thing you start with. It's just going, I'll do that.
And you
Here it
still
goes.
have the option to sacrifice to draw more cards.
Yeah,
so...
yeah, because you can also on the backside you go sack, draw a card on defense because it's not once a turn and it's plus or -2 speed. So you can go, I need to block this. I've already reduced the damage.
Mhm.
I'm gonna sack this back up. I'm gonna sack the bear. I'm gonna -2 speed so I can block this, and I'm gonna get to draw a card. And like you said, 4 months return next turn. I'm just gonna try to play it again. I'm just gonna play it again so I have the bear again.
Yep. And that's just the bear. So let's talk about some of these other cards that also do some really cool stuff. We have the Chivalrous Charge, which is a 4 difficulty, 3 check, 1 low block, 3 low for 4. Shift Charge Shadow Weapon XP. With Blitz, this attack gets +3 damage. If your rival has no cards in their hand, they draw 1 card. Not you. You don't get to extra punish them. They get a chance to block. Which is interesting. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Other than maybe it could have been slightly better statted if we're giving away a card to our opponent. It is only if they have no cards. So, like, you could play it when they have 1 card and then go, I use an ability that makes you discard a card. Oops.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 4 check that's a 3 low 7.
No. Wrong one.
This attack gets +3 damage.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just 3 low 7, but like, Like, I don't know, they could cancel that, I guess. I don't know if they would. But yeah, no,
Thanks for wasting that cancel.
I mean, right. Yeah, I was like, I don't know that any of this blitz or the other blitz that we'll talk about later, I don't think that either of them are worth canceling. But yeah, I do think it's really cool. I think it's funny that you give your opponent a card. There is a world where, I mean, like, letting them review effectively by maybe drawing this, and if 7 doesn't kill them, they can just take it on the chin and toss whatever card, and getting that extra card could matter. But there's also plenty of times where, they just block it. They block with it, where you effectively milled 2. Or if you did it early, like you get to play this and then you play, I don't know, some other attack that doesn't get them an extra card, and you just, pump its damage to the moon, because that's
Pump it up. Pump it, yeah.
Yeah, you pump up the jams. With Monarch's Domain, and we're just like, yeah, man, this one's, which is the other thing. Monarch's Domain even says this is a 3 low 10 by itself.
Yep.
It's like, it's a 3 low 7. Actually, I'll give it another 3. It's a 3 low 10. Put a card in front of it. Which I think is the biggest thing about his kit, is if he's playing his Shadow kit, which I think he's supposed to do, if he's playing, especially on the Shadow Monarch tree, if he's doing that, you're just kind of like forcing them to put cards in front of once you get to level 4, because they're all going to be gigantic. And we haven't even talked about, when you shift it down, it becomes Egress, a unique Shadow XP card with 4 stamina. I guess I didn't talk about the tank Shadow. The tank Shadow Bear has 5 stamina, which matters if you're trying to kill it. Egress has a static. While this card is in your stage, your attacks get +1 speed, and your rival's attacks get -1 speed. And then when you build this card, you build it committed. And then it also has Enhance. Add this card to your hand.
Just pop it back to your hand, use it for another attack, use it for a block, you like somebody wants to kill it to get rid of that -1 speed, you're like, you can waste your attack. I'm gonna put this back to my hand.
Yeah, you can abort it by that. You can abort it by drawing a card and sacking it. Like Egress is unkillable, basically.
Yeah. I mean, he's Sung Jinwoo's right-hand man, basically, you know?
I'll take your word for it. I have no idea who this guy is. He looks
This
cool.
hurts. I'm gonna need y'all to read or watch, do something.
I've never read anything in my life, and I don't plan on watching anything. My eyes are actually getting donated soon.
Well, before they get donated, take some time.
Well, and that's all the time we have. Brian's eyes are now getting donated.
It's true. But before they get donated, let me talk about these other cards and finish out this podcast. So, I think Idris is cool. The static is solid for what it is. Getting to pull it back and replay it is cool. Blocking with it on a 1 low is also pretty good. A lot of cool options for Idris. The next card is Rage Riot. A 6 difficulty 3 check. A 0 high block with 4 high 7 damage. It's a Shift Fury Shadow Weapon XP. And it has response. After this attack deals damage, build it transformed. If you know it's going to hit, this card is hella cool. Of just like, I'll hit and I'll immediately clear.
And then I'll play a form. You know,
Yeah.
just going to play a shift from my discard pile.
Yeah, you just play whatever you want as the follow-up. Maybe that's a Chivalrous Charge. Maybe that's a Bear Bite. It's very interesting. It's got a really good block mod, obviously. Obviously, as a 6, it's something you kind of want to open with. But then if you can wait, you can maybe guarantee a clear. So you can like maybe play it on like a 7 or an 8. And then play something else afterwards on 1 less progressive, which is good.
Yeah, that's true. I think this one feels on the front side kind of weak. Like, I mean, not weak, but like for a 6 check, and only being a 4 high 7, like even if you give it 2 speed by sacking another backup, it's still only a 6 high 7, which is still fairly blockable in today's world.
It's true.
And there's not a lot of speed stuff on these symbols.
There's not a lot of like amazing speed stuff on his symbols, but there is definitely some speed stuff.
But it does do the, hey, put a card in front of this like doofus, like it does go, do you want to eat 7 and let me build this down and clear it? No, put a card in front of it.
That's true.
If you have Monarch's Domain, it's really 10.
Yeah, it's minimum 10.
Yeah, it's minimum 10, and then also on top of being minimum 10, like again, you want to put something in front, because if it builds down, it also like it gets to do more stuff. So
that's true.
Its effect when it's built down is pretty good.
Yeah,
I think you could really turn some stuff into some wild kills, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. If you're able to just like on a turn, so like on a turn 2 where you get yourself to level 3, and on a turn 3 where you're able to cheat that extra level with like a double dungeon or something else, and with like a good stage, definitely I think opening Rage Riot, it hits, it gets to come down, you get to then have the options on its other side, and then you can like play, I don't know, Bear Bite or something like that, and now it's just an even bigger throw, and it's kind of like slam down this extra damage, slam down these extra abilities, is very scary. When it builds down, it becomes Iron, Former Hunter, another unique Shadow XP, with 7 stamina, and it has Enhance. This attack gets, Enhance Commit, sorry. This attack gets plus 3 damage, so you could throw another 3 damage on something like the Bear Bite line that I was talking about. It gets plus 4, plus another 3. It's an 11 damage throw that you're supposed to put a card in front of. But it also has response. After this backup is attacked, your rival loses 1 health.
Yeah, not only are you gonna try to attack this, you're gonna lose health. I'm gonna laugh at you for wasting an attack and draw a card and move on with my life.
Very true.
Again, you shouldn't attack backups. Makes you a nerd.
Or you could even just use Shadow Preservation, and if you have, like, I don't know, this and tank, you could just -7 damage and just say, no, you don't get to kill Iron. Figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of longevity in this deck.
Yeah, I do feel like he just grows more and more oppressive as the game continues on, and he's allowed to build more stage.
Which is kind of what he's supposed to do with being the Shadow Monarch. As the fight continues, he's gonna make your fallen allies his allies and turn the tide of battle. So they've done a really good job with the cards that we've seen with emphasizing what the Shadow Monarch is supposed to be, I think.
Fair, yeah. No, I definitely think it's very interesting. I think it's really cool. Let's talk about the last card, Shadow Sorcery. Another 4 difficulty, 3 check attack with a 1 high block. It's a 4 low for 4 with Shift Shadow Spell XP. It has Blitz. This attack gets +2 speed for each copy of Shadow Mage and or Shadow Sorcery in your stage and removed pile. So where's the Monarch damage pretty decently because it gives itself speed. It's at least a 6 low for 4. So it's like a 6 low for 7 if you were to just open with Shadow Sorcery. Obviously, if you're playing a string, this could be not necessarily super fast comparably because it cares about only itself in those 2 zones. But it could be gigantic as far as like the actual damage.
Yeah. I think the important takeaway here is that it with how we've talked about the game can just last longer with him and everything, you're gonna have maybe one of these turned over. It's gonna be that Shadow Mage most likely. And you're gonna have the speed bump, and you're gonna just be able to up that damage and make it harder to block.
Yeah, I think overall, I feel like you either build around this as your kill card,
Sure.
and try to like really make this one of those where like you're just slamming them into the pool, or you like rather you want to be like removing them, right? So you remove these for level up. You want to see these, remove them for level up. You want to remove 2 of them, build 1 down, and have 1 accessible in your drop, so that you can get max. So you can get just a bunch of speed, or having the ability to have 1 of these drop, 1 of these in hand, and then 2 removed, and you're going to get 4 speed on 2 cards, or you're going to get 6 speed on an attack. And if you have a way to recycle it mid attack, like put it back in your hand or whatever, you play this card. If you have 1 in your stage that's built down, that's already
Like ready.
Yeah, you already have 1 in your stage, so your Shadow Mage in your stage, and then you have 2 that's removed. If you have a way to pick this back up, you just go, cool. It's 10 low. Let's give it 2 more speed by sacking it back up. It's a 12 low for 3 or for 7 to 10, depending on what's in your stage. And then you go, cool. Pick it up. We'll do it again. Like you could airship this. You could.
Yeah. I think even better, or I'm not even better, but talking in the vein of what you're describing, Shadow Mage, what it shifts into, kind of plays into what your goal there. Enhance, remove, add 1 spell attack. This is a spell, Shadow Sorcery. Add 1 spell attack from your discard pile to your hand. Only playable if this backup isn't being attacked. Well, if it's your turn, they're not being attacked, right? So you can play a Shadow Sorcery, have a Shadow Mage on stage, give it 4 speed, say the others are just in discard pile. It's an 8 low for whatever. Then you sack this, it's a 10 low for whatever. Or you could remove this to draw another Shadow Sorcery, play that Shadow Sorcery, it counts all 3 that you've seen. Like, there's a lot of cool interaction on
This might be a dumb
recurring Shadow
question.
Sorceries.
Does it being in play as an attack count as being in your stage?
No.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't think
No.
so.
So
Okay.
you don't get to count that
It's
one.
only in stage or removed pile.
Yeah. Which just means you're allowed to get, like, you get to keep the 2. There is also a world where you, like, play this as a finisher once you've removed 2. You play the one, the other one's on your board. It is a 10 low. You sack it with your own character for +2 speed, draw a card. It's a 12 low. You give it however much damage. And then when you end your turn, if you don't kill them, it just comes down and you're allowed to form the other one into play and do that same play over and over. And constantly have a Shadow Sorcery to end your string with.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, and you're able to whittle them down with Bear Bite as a throw, even if they block everything else, and this seems pretty solid.
Yeah, you get like
We'll find
basically
out, 'cause,
2 game plans with it.
You
Where you
know
just...
I'm gonna be building this.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
running it into the ground.
Me too.
No, you're not.
Oh.
You liar.
Sung Jinwoo
I
is
don't believe
literally
him at
one of
all.
my favorite characters.
That's not true.
You sounded so enthusiastic when you said it. I almost believed it.
It's true. Watch, I'll bring it to locals.
I didn't say you wouldn't bring it to locals. I'm just saying you're not grinding it the way like Nick is gonna grind it.
Nick's not gonna grind it. Let's try again.
Damn, that's messed up.
I'll show you grinding.
You don't have to.
Well,
Grinding overtime.
I get it. Anyway,
Brian, what is our next topic?
I had some final thing to say about this Sung Jinwoo package, which was mostly just that it gets 2 options of recurring attacks that are pretty cool. Recurring Bear Bite is pretty cool to just go, I will inevitably win. Recurring Shadow Sorcery is also pretty cool. The other 2 recurs are fine, but they're not as interesting. I think your kill conditions are basically Bear Bite and Shadow Sorcery if you're all in on the Shadow package. But I was also going to say, if you want these, if you want the whole bundle, the Spotlight bundle here, it also comes with a mat, which looks pretty cool. And it will be available November 14th.
Counting down the days like it's going to be Christmas.
Soonish. It's a couple of weeks. You'll be fine. But we did want to talk about some other characters besides Sung Jinwoo, who is also obviously a character. But speaking of characters, Sung Jinwoo isn't the only character we want to talk about. Over this last week, we have been shown the alt arts for all 8 of the Guilty Gear Strive characters. For the Guilty Gear Strive Blitz box that we will be getting, I'd say very soon, in about a month, approximately. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. They look so good.
So good. I have never played this game in my life, and I won all of them.
All right, Dick, tell us how you really feel.
I just did.
Oh, that was so funny. All right. I think this will probably be one of the few, might be the first set where, like, I normally end up with a bunch of alt art characters and I don't necessarily get rid of them. I usually just keep the ones of the characters I kind of want to play that I happen to open. This is probably going to be the first set where I'm actively trying to get the rest of them and have that in one of my binders. Just go, yeah, man, here's all 9 alt arts because they look dope. I'm playing this one today, so let me pull it out and set it down and just have this beautiful picture next to me this whole time. And then win or lose, I'm still a winner because I have this.
Yeah, I mean, it just... They all go together. They make this nice, big old 9-card image. The coloring on them is great. The artwork is great. I really like the minimalistic character card of it. Just
Mhm.
it's got the name, it's got the bare minimum information: the name, the hand size, the life, the character symbols, and we're good. We get to actually focus on the artwork, and it's beautiful.
And I'm just excited for like almost every character in this set. I'm just like, man, I really want to play them. Man, I think they're probably really good.
I'm hoping for some good change with Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really high on my girl Ino, even though I don't know. I've been cooking, but I don't know if I've been cooking enough. Andrew and I are working on a list that I think is really freaking cool. And maybe we haven't seen every card yet. Maybe there's just a card that's gonna get us there that we just don't know about yet. Um, but I think Soul Bad Guy looks awesome in this game. Kai Kisuke does really cool stuff. I love speed manipulation nonsense. I think it's really cool. Um, like I think Potemkin's really funny. I want to hit somebody with a Potemkin muster from Potemkin and be like, all right, figure it out. It's your problem, not mine. Bridget's really cool. May is really cool. Like, man, like everything they said is just kind of dope as hell.
Yeah, I had some not great things to say about some of these characters. I still think some of them aren't as good, but a lot
Dang.
of them I do really enjoy. Um, the words on their cards seem really fun and are getting my mind thinking.
All right, all right. Speak your truth. Who do you hate? Who do you hate in Guilty Gear?
All of them.
I
He
don't
hates
like
all.
Potemkin,
I think Potemkin's funny, but
or I can't even pronounce this samurai vampire's name. I don't like him.
Nagoriyuki,
Yeah,
you don't like
that one.
Blood Vampire, bro?
Now, in the game, he might be cool. I don't like his card in Universus.
In the game, he is
And
kind of cool.
if someone ends up breaking this card and it's good, I'll say I'm wrong. But until then,
I do think he's kind of dependent on how his turn kind of goes, but I think he's got like a really specific. This is my turn. Here's how it has to play out for me to do my utmost. But I do think he's. I think he's got cool vibes. He gives a pretty good amount of stats. Um, for not free, obviously,
not free.
but the first three are free,
Yeah, true.
and then the following 5 through 7 are free. It's just the fours that aren't free.
Yeah, 4, number 8, 12 is fine.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
worry about those ones.
Yeah, and if you can kind of like only have to deal with one of them, maybe just 4, like he's probably pretty solid. That being said, like we were saying, man, the altar looks so cool. This I'm gonna spoil some stuff from way back in the day. Um, we got to see some of this early because of the content creator summit, and this was the information I've been like, I want to talk about so bad. Was these alt arts? I'm like, man, they look so cool. They're so freaking awesome, and I just had to sit on it.
The online images look good. The in-person view of them was even better.
Yes, yeah. For the ones we got to see, were really freaking cool.
Yeah, I think they're really beautiful. I think doing the thing they're doing with like the full art picture and just being like, yeah, you can take this and just bring a regular copy with you so your opponent can read the card, so you can play with these. It's fantastic. They look so good as an image altogether. They look really good. I really, really, really like this alt art style, and I cannot wait to get my hands on these.
Yeah, I'm not a collector. I'm a gamer as far as our game is concerned. I don't care about like the alt art rarities, like trying to have like the most blinged out version of the game, etc. But I want all 8 of these so badly.
Well, I know we could keep just talking and about these great alt arts and hyping them up,
We
but
could.
we do have one
And
more
we're gonna
topic.
keep doing it.
Yeah, and anyway, so Nick, pick your favorite of all of them. No,
So bad guy.
okay, fair enough. I think Souls looks good.
Had it in the chamber, ready.
Yeah, and it's like, Jake, what is your favorite of those 8 or those 9, I guess, of their looks?
They all look. I mean, it's all one picture. Like, all
Yeah, but if you had to pick 1/9 of the picture to be your favorite part of it,
I mean, the one I'm gonna play, Kai.
yeah, Kai looks cool. That is the coolest version of Kai of the ones we've been given. Absolutely. I think the Ino looks really cool. I like the zoom in. I also think the May, or not the May, the Bridget, looks super cute. Like, man, they look so cool.
Yeah, she's
But-
putting her little teddy bear thing on top of
Yeah,
Kai.
exactly. Now, like Nick was alluding to, we do have another thing he wanted to talk about a little bit, and that is the Season 4 pricing for all the Season 4 regionals. Holy crap, they look so freaking cool! The
Universus is cooking.
Yes, art-wise, I think Universus cards have never looked better. And I feel like they've just constantly been getting better and better looking. Obviously, I think also in this particular like set of promos that they're also cooking, because I think the 2 promo cards are like actually really cool and really good. Participation. If you just show up to one of these, you'll get a Ride the Lightning that looks awesome.
Yeah, not just any Ride the Lightning, a special promo alt art.
Yeah, the promo alt art looks really freaking cool. And I think this card's pretty solid. I think Ride the Lightning's a pretty good attack already. And you just get like a cool alt art version of it. I think Kai's going to be playing this at a pretty high number as just like a good card in him. It looks awesome. If you top 64, you still get that. And you also get a promo card from the prize wall. And then if you top 32, you get a variant of Tyrant Rave, which is our main promo for top 32 down. And it looks awesome. It looks so freaking good. Tyrant Rave is already a card that's like being used in Soul Bad Guy, who I could see going the distance. And like this version looks dope.
Honestly, like I'm not that great of a player. I like this game more a bit casual, unfortunately. At least right now. And I might be trying to buy some of these off people because I'm not gonna be able to get them myself.
Fair. Be buying the top 32 so you can steal their valor.
I paid for it.
It's
It's not stealing, it's paid for.
You're right. It's paid valor.
Yeah.
Jake, what's your opinion on these 2 cards?
Yeah, dude, this Ride the Lightning is sick as hell. Like, I cannot wait to get this. Like, unfortunately, I won't be attending either of these events, but I know a certain somebody in our group that is attending both of these events, actually.
Well,
so
we won't spoil who that is.
I will be hassling that persons to get these because Kai is one person I'm excited to play. Like, I'm excited for Kai. I think he looks sick, does all the stuff I want him to do, and this art's beautiful. Like you said, I don't think Universus cards have ever looked better. I think that as they continue experimenting and listening to reception on card art and stuff like that, like I think they're really good. We've talked about it before, but I think these promos, the way they do the top 8, top 4 finalist and champion, are way better than all the other ones. I think these, where you have like the champion one, the speed, damage, check value, difficulty, and block mod, and like all the outlining is gold, and that's awesome. But you still get this beautiful art on it, like unscathed. Like it looks so good.
Agreed. Talking about beautiful art on stuff, we haven't even talked about top 16 down, getting the Kai Kisuke mat, and holy crap, it looks so cool. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Why is this gate locked between from having to top?
I know, right?
Get good, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
And
Yeah.
get good and show up to an event next month or the month after.
Yeah. If one of you guys wins one of these top 16 playmats and wants to chat me up about it, feel free to do so. Just reach out, comment, shoot us a message, email us.
He would love to take it as a gift for Christmas.
I that or monetary value, something.
He'll figure something out.
But yeah, I think it's really cool. I think it's a good looking mat. Like, they've been doing a lot better. A lot of my complaints actually have been answered. Like, I know we talk about like this stuff every time it gets revealed, every time events come out. Like, that's no jokes. Like responsive play, they're gonna talk about the pricing. They love the pricing.
We do love the pricing. We do.
We do like that stuff. So
we like stuff.
We like stuff.
Stuff and things.
But we're gonna talk about it. But like, honestly, I've had my fair share of complaints over the season with all kinds of stuff, including some of the pricing and stuff like that. And I do feel like stylistically, it's just gotten better. Like, they've done less horrendous monocolor mats.
Even though I like a lot of the monocolor mats that you're trying to disparage, I thought they were really cool.
We're talking about me.
We are talking about you,
not you. So I think that I definitely I vibe with this direction and like the cool stuff, and I really feel like Guilty Gear's gotten a really good glow up. I can't wait until further down the line when I can get my Blaze Blue IP in this game, 2027, hopefully.
That way you can play Bang Shimigami on your champion your champion soul bad guy mat. You could look at how similar they are and go, "Oh, that's neat."
That's neat. Yeah, I think that'd be really funny. But no, that's I'm excited for these.
Yeah, no. And speaking of the champion mat, of course, is our boy Soul bad guy. It looks so cool.
So, just like Jake, if somebody wins this and is willing to part with it,
dude, you can't.
Would like to pay for Valor again.
No, you don't get to get on here and e-bag. That's ridiculous.
I'm just following in the great shoes of my fearless leader.
I'm the fearless leader right now.
That's neat. I don't know what Brian has to do with this.
And I haven't asked for any of these things. I'm like, dude, they look great. I want to see my. There you go.
Right here next to me.
The one not sitting on top of the statue thing of like this weird skull guy.
Yeah, I'm getting weird vibes from that thing. You might not want to be up there for much longer.
I'm already here. It's too late. Climbing down seems scary. Right. I'm like a cat. Like the getting down part seems spooky.
You got stuck in a tree, and now we got to call the fire department.
I'm stuck at the top of the statue, man. I can't leave. Yeah, the champion and final stuff all looks really cool. Like, just the promos look really great. I like the border over regular art. I think it looks really cool. But we also got some new prize wall additions that are in this article as well. In the prize wall, we're going to see all 4 of the TMNT deck boxes. And then we're also going to see a double-sized Happy Chaos, our boy. A double-sized Potemkin.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's cool. And...
Not as cool as our boy.
Well, yeah, he's not our boy, but, like, we can still hype up people who aren't our boys. And the Guilty Gear Strive uncut sheet, which looks pretty cool, at least that's in this picture. We were arguing about whether we've been shown all these cards. I think we have, but I'm not positive.
I don't think we've seen that foundation on the left. I mean, I don't know. This doesn't look familiar.
And then we're going to get the return of pretty much anything that made it through the prize wall last time that still exists. As long as they still have them.
The things people just may not have wanted.
And or just maybe they weren't there to get them. Like, I mean, when I get a play set of a card, I don't really want to get it again at the next one if it happened to make it through. I own all the crit roll cards and they look amazing. I think I have every single one of them except for the Might of Stone, I think is the only one I don't own. And it looks great. I just don't own it. Yet. If it's on the prize wall again, I might get it. I don't know yet.
All right. Fair enough. Point made.
But I'm looking forward to getting
me, Ryan. God dang.
I'm looking forward to getting probably a couple of these TMNT deck boxes because they look cool. I know some people don't like the newest turtle art, but that's fine. I do. I think they're cool. I think the turtles are cool, regardless of how they look mostly. And then, I'll probably get a big Happy Chaos just to put on my desk because we revealed them. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll put them on my computer or something.
Yeah, good use of prize wall tickets, getting the things you care about and that you want.
True.
As all people should.
Exactly. That's true. That's what you should do with your prize wall tickets.
Hey, some people sell them.
True. I've heard that some stores will buy them at a not crazy price to, like, get some stuff that are on the prize walls. All right. And while we could wax poetic, as we already have, about all the cool things that are going on in regional season 4 for all these cool new arts and promos, etc., we were asked a question in any responses. Do not remember who said it. Someone else will put that in there for us. That way I don't look like I'm a terrible person who didn't remember who told me this or asked me this. They asked who we thought in Guilty Gear might be able to go the distance or basically like shake up the meta. We've kind of said a little bit of this in a couple of episodes, but I figured we'd still answer it anyway because I don't think all of us here. I know Nick hasn't been on one since we've talked about it, so Nick gets to give his opinion on it as well. So I guess I'll go first. I think that Soul has some real legs. I think he could probably do it. I think Kai has some really cool strength that speed manipulation is just very strong. Going past 6 foundations is like not really a limitation that really matters to him. And then I'm kind of hype on Aino. If she gets one more card that like kind of lets her cheat changing zones or sealing cards, I could really see her probably getting there.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've made my opinion on this man pretty clear. Soul bad guy. He's the Hercules of this set. He's gonna go the distance. He's gonna go all the way.
Hercules.
Yeah. I mean, look at those muscles. He's got it all. I think just some of the things we've seen already get made for him are incredible, and the more cards that get revealed and the more people have time to work on it, it's just going to get better and better.
Sure.
He's gonna be top tier. I can hope. I think he has an actual chance to shake up the meta some.
Okay. I don't know. I think Soul Bad Guy's got some crazy stuff. Honestly, we've been doing a little bit of testing and stuff, and he looks kind of gross. So
true.
I'm gonna pick Soul Bad Guy.
Okay, none of us named Bridget, who also I think has some really cool stuff going on.
Wait.
No, I want to change my. I want to change my.
No. We agreed on something. It was the first time in forever.
I think we still agree with that. I think we all still agree Soul Bad Guy's on that list.
I think I'm gonna pick May. May being able to.
Oh, you think May?
8 of an attack.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no way this could ever go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, what's gonna go wrong if somebody has 7 Black Abysses in their momentum?
Nothing. That sounds like a good time.
Exactly. Yeah, so let us know down below who you think will shake it up. Like I said, we mentioned Bridget. There's some honorable mentions that we didn't really talk about, but are also really sick. Like I said earlier, this whole set is really freaking cool. So your favorite still could do it. We just haven't seen the sauce yet. Enlighten us down below. We've been Response on Play. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. As always, you can like, comment, subscribe, do all the cool things. Hit the notification bell to know when we're posting next time, or when we post anything outside of our normal schedule. We've got some stuff that we're cooking up that we're really excited to show you guys as soon as it's ready. I've been Brian. I think this statue is starting to move.
I've been Jake. I hope it's starting to move.
Why would you hope that?
And I'm Nick. It's definitely smiling, and it wasn't before. Brian, run.